Hello and welcome to my channel. Thank you for tuning in. In Africa, we are still, it's like weak, welcoming anyone to enslave us. That has to change. That has to change. It has to stop right now. You know, I'm gonna say something about what's happening in Zambia. Zambia is a peaceful country. Zambia has been peaceful since its independence in 1964. Peaceful nation. One thing I know very well, when you read history books, they teach you something. It says when there's peace, there's prosperity, which means kingdoms or chiefdoms or empires prosper. People are well looked after. People have good lives. You know, when there's peace, there's prosperity. Zambia has been peaceful since 1964. That's over 50 years of peace. Over half a century of peace. And the country is still not developed. And the country still hasn't prospered. And now there's even a threat that we might go back to colonization. Only this time, it's not gonna be a Chinese president. It's still gonna be a black president, but the economy of Zambia is going to be controlled by people who are not Zambians. That's the new high-tech way of colonizing people. You know? And this time we have no one to blame but ourselves. However, that's a topic in my next video. But in this video, I want to talk about the gold that's been discovered in Zambia. You know, any country that discovers gold, any country that discovers gold but has a well-informed, well-educated populace and the political system that works, when they discover gold, that's prosperity. South Africa developed under white rule when there was gold and all these other things, these other natural resources. Even though it was only for the 10% of the population, the bottom line is they developed, hands down. You know, hands down, because they were organized. Now Zambia discovers gold. We don't know how much it is right now, because no effort has been put into actually doing a study and a research onto how much gold we actually have in Mwinilunga. Apparently, from what I'm hearing, in Zambia, it's not just Mwinilunga. There's gold there's gold everywhere. There's gold everywhere. Lack of organization from the top to the bottom. Lack of organization. Illegal mining starts, they take all this gold and it's divided among people and all those things. It's actually embarrassing the way things have happened after the discovery of gold. You know, one thing the government doesn't realize in Zambia and in most African countries is that gold in itself is actually a currency. You know, China is the biggest gold producer right now. And what they do, they stockpile their gold. So their currency is backed by the gold they've stocked up. We have an opportunity to do that right now in Zambia. In Zambia, we have universities. We have universities where people go and study, but these people can't find work. We find gold, right? We're trying to bring in someone from outside to come and help us. No, don't do that. We have Zambians that can do this job. We have Zambians that can do this job. The thing is, you gotta have faith in your own people. The government doesn't have faith in its own people and in their own government. And at the end of the day, both sides lose. Both sides lose. You know, I'm gonna do a video where I'm gonna say how we got to this stage and how we can actually change this. You know, Kagame has done it in Rwanda, and Rwanda is doing well, growing at 12%, unheard of. You know, because they have a leader. In Zambia, we don't have a leader. I don't like this. I call the current president right now, I call him, he didn't become president because people wanted it. He became president by default. You know, people wanted Sata. We all know that. People wanted Sata. And Sata had the political experience. This guy doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't have the experience. And sometimes you don't have to have the experience. You could be a leader, but the problem is he's not a leader. He's not a leader. I've been saying this from the get-go. A lot of people were saying, oh, he's a lawyer. He's a very good lawyer. I think we need a businessman as president in Zambia. We've got too many lawyers and we go nowhere. He's a very good lawyer. How come he doesn't know? From that, the phone that leaked, I think Lily Mutamzi, she's played this. The president is saying there's people he can't touch. Mr. President, no one is above the law. No one is above the law. You can get touched. Anyone can get touched. And if you know that there's money going into these people's accounts that they can't tell where it came from, that's corruption. That's it. They're touched right there. No one is above the law. Here's the thing. With this goat, let ZCCM control this goat. We don't need, and I repeat this, we don't need a foreign entity to come and mine gold in Zambia. No, we've got foreign entities mining copper, and we're not getting anything. When I was in Zambia, we used to make about $600 million from copper, right? Copper exports. Now, Zambia is sending out, and right now, if you look at the price of copper has gone through the roof, you know. So Zambia makes about $4 billion just from copper, not from emeralds, not from cobalt, not from all these other minerals, just from copper, $4 billion. But because we are not organized, we don't have a taxation system that would allow us to reap some money from that and invest it into the Zambians. We don't have that yet. So all these guys just take this copper outside of the country and pay peanuts. If it's the Chinese, they don't even pay tax. You know, they employ people and pay them peanuts. So those people forever will be poor. There's no way you're gonna be developed person as an individual with the salaries people get paid in Zambia, in the mines. Everywhere you go in the world, the mining industry is the highest paying industry. You know, in Zambia, people, even miners, I think they get, I don't know, maybe like $1,000. I mean, $1,000 a month. I think even that might be too much. They're probably getting something like $800 a month or $500 a month, when they should be getting a minimum of, you know, minimum $3,000 every month. You know, we are making money from copper, but we are not, you know, benefiting from it. This is what the government needs to do with this gold. They need to develop a Zambian fund for Zambians, the same way countries like Finland and Poland have done. You know, Zambians, last time I checked, I just checked actually recently, it says the economy of Zambia is 25 billion. But you and I both know, if you're in Zambia, you know that 25 billion is only for the money that's in Zambian banks. But you and I both know Zambians don't put money in banks because the banks don't do anything for us. The banks don't do anything for us. So Zambians don't put money in the banks. You know? So, anywhere in Africa now, it's been said that whatever GDP is said of, you have to multiply that by 4. That's how much, that's the real GDP of those countries. So if we multiply 25 by 4, Zambia is a $100 billion economy. And I gotta tell you something. When America had polio and they were fighting to find a vaccine, I think it was Roosevelt who was president at that time. He called on the people of America to donate a dime, $1 or whatever you had. Kids were sending money to them so they can put money into finding the vaccine. And they raised more than they expected. Because the people of America realized that polio was, but then America didn't have as much money and they were not as wasteful and greedy as they are today. You know, but people realized polio was something they had to fight, and everyone took it as their responsibility. You know, with this gold mine at Kasensede, I think that's what it's called, we don't need foreign entities. Mr. President, challenge every Zambian across the board. And if you can appoint people, there is honest people in Zambia, I know that. Not everyone is corrupt. Don't do it political. Don't go political and employ PF cadres, because that's how you destroy a country. As soon as cadres start getting privileges over everyone else, the country is going downhill. Zambia is already on the slope. Don't accelerate it. We can stop it right now. If you called upon Zambians to invest into this fund, you can raise 100 billion kwacha in Zambia. Trust me, Zambians have money. They have money. And what we need to do with this gold, let us have that mine under a Zambian fund. It belongs to every Zambian. You know, what we need to do right now, if you can ask the people of Zambia to do that and allow the universities of Zambia to come together. We have Hitachi, which produces mining equipment in Zambia right now. Go to Hitachi there, you can get proper mining equipment and they can give it to you on a loan. You know, if we have 100 billion kwacha, we'll be able to use that wisely. If you can appoint people that are intelligent and are passionate about Zambia, we can afford to do that. We can afford to use that money wisely. Let us invest into this mine. Every gold that is going to be mined from this place, don't even sell it, just stockpile it. Stockpile it. We owe the Chinese debt. That's why now, because if you guys actually listened to African literature, African proverbs, and African religion, we'll be in a better place. Because there's one thing, there's a proverb, there's an African proverb that says, a hand that gives is always on top of the hand that receives. You know, we need to get rid of this Chinese debt. And we can use gold to pay off the debt. And the money that we are now getting and paying this debt, making these loan repayments, let's use that to invest in the Zambian people. Better education. And also better education from a young age. We need to change their mindset. Let us invest in mindset change, in paradigm shift. Please don't let a foreign entity come and take our gold. We're not going to see the benefits of it. This gold now has to be stockpiled. Stockpiled is going to make our kwacha strong. That's what the Chinese do. The Chinese use the gold to back their currency. You know, and they manipulate their currency. Look at the kwacha has been in free fall for some time now. You know, we need to use this gold and stockpile it. We'll pay China in gold. You know, and they want gold because they use it to stockpile. They're not going to say no. We have to take charge. We have to say, we the boss. We the boss. We don't need foreign investments in Zambia. First of all, we need to educate our people. We need to uplift and inspire and empower our people. Let's not give some Chinese, some Arab, some European dude an opportunity to exploit us even more. Let us have 100%. Let us be 100% in control of this goal. Please, Mr. President, do something. Involve the people of Zambia. We don't need foreign entities to come and run these our gold mines. No. Let's say no to that. Every Zambian said no to foreign investment. It never benefited anyone. Because what's going to happen is that 5 years from now, just like it happened at KCM, he bought a mine for $20 million. And within 18 months, he's made $500 million. Mfuria looks like a ghost town. You know, it's terrible. It's terrible, but because the money is leaving. The money is going to India, the money is going to all these other countries, but not in Zambia. The only way we are going to develop in Zambia is if we have full ownership of what belongs to us. You know, and this gold belongs to the Zambian people. We don't need a foreign entity. We don't. No foreign entity for gold. No foreign entity for gold. Zambians for Zambian. Zambian gold for Zambians. That's the message we need to send to the president. Thank you for watching this video. And I'll be posting more videos. Please subscribe. Thank you. Bye.